The walls of your Victorian home were not built to keep water out. They were built to let it in and then release it. That is not a flaw in the design. That is the design. Victorian builders understood something about moisture and masonry that the modern construction industry spent 50 years trying to prove wrong and is only now beginning to accept again. Solid brick walls breathe. They absorb moisture. They hold it temporarily. And then, if the right materials are used throughout the wall, from inside to outside, they release it harmlessly. The system that made this work was lime mortar and lime plaster, not cement, not gypsum. Lime, and the decision to replace lime with cement made cheaply, quickly, and in good faith throughout the 20th century, is the single most common cause of serious damp in pre-1920 British housing. It has created a damp problem that billions of pounds of chemical treatments have failed to solve, because the treatments address the symptom, and the cement is the cause. If your Victorian home has been repointed with cement mortar, or if your internal walls have been replastered with sand and cement render or modern gypsum, or if the original lime plaster has been replaced with hard modern finishes, your walls cannot breathe. Moisture that should be moving through them is trapped inside instead. If you are new here, hit subscribe now. Every week, British Home Secrets reveals the knowledge they buried, built specifically for UK homes. Now let us get into this. To understand why lime works and cement does not in a solid brick wall, you need to understand one fundamental difference between the two materials. Lime mortar and lime plaster are permeable. They allow water vapor to pass through them. Cement mortar and cement render are not permeable. They are waterproof, or as close to waterproof as a building material gets. In a cavity wall house, this does not matter much because the cavity isolates the inner leaf from the outer leaf, and moisture management happens in the air gap. In a solid brick wall, there is no cavity. There is 220 millimeters of brick from outside to inside. Moisture from rain, from groundwater, from condensation, enters the outer surface of that brick. In a correctly built lime system, it moves through the wall slowly, absorbed and released by the lime mortar joints and lime plaster, evaporating from the inner surface into the room, and from the outer surface back into the atmosphere. The wall breathes, the moisture moves, no damage occurs. When cement is applied to any part of this system, the breathing stops at that point. If the external pointing is cement, the moisture that enters the brick face cannot move through the mortar joints. It is trapped in the brick. It accumulates. In winter, it freezes and expands, causing the brick face to spall. In summer, it evaporates, but only slowly, and only through the brick itself, rather than through the more permeable mortar joint. The brick begins to degrade. If the internal plaster is cement or gypsum, the moisture that reaches the inner face of the wall cannot evaporate into the room. It is trapped behind the hard, impermeable surface. It builds up. It saturates the brick immediately behind the plaster. The salts dissolved in the moisture crystallize as they try to push through the plaster surface. The plaster bubbles, cracks, and falls off the wall. The homeowner calls a damp specialist. The damp specialist injects a chemical damp-proof course. The chemical stops moisture rising by capillary action from the ground. But the moisture trapped behind the cement plaster is not rising damp. It is penetrating damp from outside that cannot escape. The chemical injection does nothing. The plaster fails again. The homeowner pays twice. This is the pattern that plays out in hundreds of thousands of Victorian and Edwardian homes across the United Kingdom every year. The damp treatment industry treats it. Building surveyors note it. Plasterers replaster it. And nobody removes the cement that caused it in the first place, because nobody explained to the homeowner that the cement is the cause. Here is how to identify whether your Victorian walls have been compromised by cement. The first indicator is the pointing. Look closely at the mortar joints between the bricks on your external wall. Original lime mortar is soft, slightly recessed from the brick face, and has a sandy or granular texture. It is often a creamy off-white or pale grey colour. Cement repointing is hard, usually flush with or proud of the brick face, and has a smooth, dense texture. It is typically a darker grey. If your external walls show grey, hard, flush pointing, particularly if it has been applied over an older, softer, recessed original mortar, your walls have been cement repointed. The breathability of the wall at every repointed joint has been eliminated. The second indicator is the internal plaster condition. Original lime plaster in a Victorian home has a particular feel, slightly soft when pressed, not the hard, hollow sound of modern gypsum board, with a texture that may show fine hair cracks that are entirely normal in aged lime. Modern cement render or gypsum plaster applied over an original lime substrate produces characteristic failure patterns. The plaster sounds hollow when tapped. It shows tide marks and salt deposits on its lower sections. It bubbles and peels in areas of persistent moisture. If your ground floor internal walls show any of these patterns and have been replastered at any point in the last 50 years, there is a meaningful chance the replastering used incompatible materials. The third indicator is the damp history. If your Victorian home has a history of recurring damp problems, damp that returns after treatment, damp that appears in the same location repeatedly despite injection treatments, or damp that seems unrelated to any obvious external fault, then incompatible materials are a probable cause. A professional lime survey by a specialist in traditional buildings, not a damp specialist, is the correct diagnostic step. The cost is between £200 and £500. It is the most important investment available to a Victorian homeowner with a persistent damp problem that has not responded to conventional treatment. Here is what can be done. And the honest answer is that it depends on how far the incompatible materials have spread. If only sections of external pointing have been replaced with cement, a skilled traditional building stonemason or bricklayer can rake out the cement pointing and repoint with a lime mortar of the correct specification. This is not a job for a general builder. Lime mortar has a different composition for different brick types and different wall exposures. The wrong lime mix can cause damage of its own, but correctly specified and correctly applied lime repointing restores breathability to the repointed sections and allows the wall to begin managing moisture correctly again. Cost for repointing a section of external wall in lime is typically between £30 to £60 per square metre for material and labour. For a full elevation of a standard Victorian terraced house, typically 15 to 20 square metres, the total cost is between £450 and £1,200. If internal cement plaster or gypsum over an original lime substrate has failed, the remediation is to strip the failed plaster back to the brick, allow the brick to dry thoroughly, which can take months in a wall that has been saturated behind impermeable plaster, and replaster with a lime plaster of appropriate specification. This is a more significant project. A single room ground floor wall replastered in lime by a specialist typically costs between £800 and £2,000. It is significantly cheaper than the repeated failures of incompatible plaster over the same wall. It is the only repair that addresses the cause rather than the symptom. Here is the thing that most Victorian homeowners do not know, and that the damp treatment industry has no financial incentive to tell them. The Buildings Research Establishment has published guidance on the use of lime in traditional buildings for decades. Historic England has published detailed technical guidance on the repair of traditional buildings, and that guidance specifies lime as the appropriate material for the construction of solid walls built before 1920. The Society for the Protection of Ancient Buildings has advocated for lime in traditional buildings since the 19th century. This knowledge is not obscure. It is not hidden. It exists in publicly available government and heritage documentation. What it has never had is a YouTube video that explains it to the people who live in Victorian homes and who are paying thousands of pounds for damp treatments that do not work because no one told them about lime. You now know that solid brick walls were designed to breathe moisture through them using lime mortar and lime plaster. You know that replacing lime with cement traps moisture in the wall and is the single most common cause of persistent damp in homes built before 1920 in Britain. You know how to identify cement repointing and incompatible internal plaster by looking at and touching your walls. You know that lime repointing costs between £30 and £60 per square metre and restores breathability to affected sections. You know that the correct diagnostic step for persistent damp in a Victorian home is a traditional buildings survey, not a damp specialist survey. And you know that this information has been in government and heritage guidance for decades and has never been communicated to the people who need it most. Look at your external pointing this weekend. Touch your internal plaster. If what you find matches what we described today, you now know what your damp specialist did not tell you. This is British Home Secrets. We find the knowledge they buried and we give it back to the people who need it. Subscribe, because there is a lot more where this came from.